Hey everyone, happy Friday. I'm Jazzy K. Ward, and welcome to Feature Friday. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like it's been a long week, even though we had MLK Day on Monday. It just seemed long. I just need a glass of wine. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Go ahead and share the video and invite your friends in. Our special guest tonight is R&B soul singer. She ain't a singer. She's a singer. And her name is ERIN Stevenson. You're in a special treat tonight. But again, thank you all so much for your support. But don't forget to go to K Ward Radio. That's right, on YouTube, over there. Yeah. And hit the subscribe button so you can get all the notifications about the show. Subscribe to the website, kwardradio.com. But let me give you a sneak peek of who our special guest is right here tonight on Feature Friday.
Are you ready? Cause I'm ready. Let's go. You can make it. You can make it and explode. You can make it. You can make it and it shows. If you can see me, not just underneath my clothes, but even deeper, you got me exposed. I feel so naked, shaking from the inside out. I should have run for cover. What's this all about? You got me out here, feeling like a night chick. She on some more new shit. But if you're gentle, I just might let it go and give you all the love I have in store. 'Cause what I think.
Hey, now that's one of those workout songs, and ERIN is truly giving us body, right? With this pandemic going on and this pandemic weight, she's steeply telling us, you know what, you better get naked. That's right. So we're gonna have an up close and personal conversation with my special guest tonight, soul singer, Miss ERIN Stevenson. Let's give her a lot of love, y'all. Bring her on in.
Hey, Jazzy.
Hey, my friend. Hey, that video, baby, that was fire.
Honey, we was literally in the middle of the street in LA downtown because where we really wanted to shoot, it's all these rules and laws out here because we're in Hollywood, cameras.
Mhm.
We said, okay, let's just find a place. They ran us off where we really wanted to shoot. So we said, let's just get in the street, under bridge, in the middle of the street, go for it. So those cars in that video, that's real, like all that stuff. But it was
That's
fun.
the video looked like a lot of fun.
It was. The crew, it was only about 4 of us there, but we had a ball. You kind of just have to. When things like that just happen, it's just like, so what we gonna do? Okay, let's do it and have fun. Nobody's got time to be complaining on our crying and over spoiled
Right.
milk.
And all the sport. So were you able to do that like in one take? Kind of like, the Erica Badu thing, or did you have to do it multiple times?
Oh, you mean that walk down the street with your butt naked video? No. No, we did it in several takes. It was a couple of get out the way, takes. So we did it a couple of times, and
You did
we
a
just
couple times.
whatever would look good on camera. Like, let's try against this wall, the trash can, the dumpsters over there. Oh well, forget it. Let's do it. But it was cool. The kind of people I have around me, though.
That's good. And you need good people around you, right?
That too. Oh Jesus, you have to.
Right.
You have to.
So
I mean, it means everything.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Mario.
I see everybody saying, hey, because you got the comments down there. Hey, everybody watching, share this video.
That's right. Share the video. We're having a conversation with my girl, ERIN Stevenson, tonight, right here on a Feature Friday. And let me tell you something. Lady in Red, when I first heard you, I said, okay, I'm taking a little bit of Patti LaBelle.
Woo!
I'm taking some Lettucey. I'm taking Tina Turner.
Woo!
And it's giving you ERIN Stevenson.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I'm gonna take everything that you just said. Amen. Thank you. Because people always ask me that all the time, like, who would you say I don't know. But all of those people that you just named, I have always looked up to Patti LaBelle. Like I remember reading her book. I
Don't
think it
block
was
the blessing.
Don't Block Your Blessings. I read that book ages ago. That's how long I've been loving me some Patty. My mama gave it to me. She said, "You gonna read this book?" I was like, "Okay," because I love Patty. She do too. And then Tina Turner, one of those I've just always admired her freedom and her rawness. She did not mind Patty too getting ugly. They don't care. Like, have a good time. I'm a sweat and I'm a jiggle. We're going whatever we gotta do today. And I love that. That's entertainment because I think we're missing that. And I just want to make sure I keep giving that some, vocal, of course, and vocal freedom, and then Lettucey. That sister there, I just played her last night. One of her songs, "Love can
Really?
make us do many changes. It's all right." Yeah, I did that in our spirits last night. So I played that on my live last night. I love Lettucey. I think her voice is like of
Mhm.
today, and she's been around for a minute, but she's one of those, I say, top 5 voices of today. Like for
Well,
real, for real. Yeah.
Aaron, you're in the top five too. I don't know if you know it, but you have that it factor.
I'm working on it. The it thing. I thank you for that too, because I don't think that's something you just give yourself or you try to work on. I believe that it thing is something either you got it or you don't, and you try to build around it. So for me, and then I think it's a bad thing too when you become aware of it, because then you're trying to be it.
Right,
Um,
right.
so I'm just trying to every day get better, get on these charts, live my
Mhm.
life, the American dream, change some
The,
hearts, and souls, and minds. That's all I really want to do. I promise.
I
But yeah.
know. So, for all of those that are new to Erin Stevenson, make sure you go to her website, which
Hmm.
is erinstevensonmusic.com, and check out this amazing young lady I mean, you're like a breath of fresh air. You don't find many artists that give the energy. You give off so much energy in your live performances. When I watch some of your videos, you are the truth. I'm telling
What
you, Erin, you are the truth.
is it? Okay, let me tell you something else because I'm a very transparent and open person. I just don't care. But when I used to be so critical of myself, and I guess it's because I worked for all the stars and as a background singer for all the stars and such. So I know what this level of perfection looks and sounds like. However, and I equate this to I not equate, I apply this to life as well for anybody. You have to find your own level of perfection, even if that's imperfection, but that's your perfection. So for me, I had to get out of my head and I finally just got to a point, and it took a while. Don't let me fool you. It took a while. I mean, I'm a naturally energetic person,
Right.
but just to find where I wasn't in my head so much. If I hit a bad note, oh well. If I missed a step, oh well. Just do whatever moves you, Aaron, and whatever's supposed to come out. Whatever move you do is what you're supposed to do. And I think that's what people feel because
Right.
it's real. It's nothing contrived or thought about.
Right.
If I do this right here, they're gonna feel that. Like
Right.
no. So that makes me happy to hear that too.
Oh,
That's been a lot of work in progress, getting out of my own head.
you're not on your own head. I mean, you have sung for some amazing people. You have worked with some phenomenal artists like Janet Jackson, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Lopez, Pharrell. One of my also favorite group, Duran Duran.
Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them. They're wonderful human beings. Wonderful human beings.
So how did
Yeah.
all that come about? You working with? I know. Well, let me just go back a little bit. So
Okay.
I know you started singing at the age of 10, or is that when you started in this group
That's
around
when I
10?
started in that group. Honey, I've been singing since I came out of my mama's womb. And singing songs I should I have to say this in every interview, singing songs I shouldn't have been singing, but that's what I came out, all them old blues songs, Johnny Taylor, and y'all know them, some of them
Well,
people,
hey,
Ma Rainey's,
well,
that everybody watching now, singing them kind of songs.
you weren't singing one of them Betty Wright songs. Like, you know what? I know she's not gonna sing that song. But
Oh, that's right. But my family never got on me about it. I guess because they just figured I was just having fun and being goofy because I was goofy, and I mean just ooh, la la. But I have to thank my uncle. It was my uncle. He's passed away, ex-military vet, but I have to thank him for actually seeing something in me while I was being a nut. And I was about maybe 5 or 6 years old. And he was just like, be still and sing for real. Sing
Okay.
something for real. And I was terrified of him. So I did it.
You
And from that moment, I knew what I was going to do. Yeah.
knew
And
what
so,
you were doing.
yeah, I knew it. Even at that age, I knew what I was going to do. One way or the other, somehow.
One or other. Have you ever thought about? I know you do R&B, but I think you could do a great jazz standard.
Well, I love jazz standards. I'm getting older, so a lot of like, even if you go to my YouTube page and stuff like that, like I've put out songs here and there throughout the years, even in my early 20s, just put out stuff randomly. So you will definitely see and hear my growth and my aging, and like even with the current single that I have out now, which is charting, woo woo
Right.
woo.
Yeah.
You could definitely hear the direction that I'm about to go in, which is I like to call it smooth jazz. I mean smooth soul. So not smooth jazz, not all the way jazz, soul, not all the way R&B, but that's where I want to live like for the rest of my career. That's as an
Right.
artist, that's where I want to live in the smooth
Okay.
soul. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, and
got
it
that
will include some standards and stuff like that or songs like that. I've already
right.
written something. So
Okay. Great. So I would love for you to ever come back and perform and sing something for us. If ever the jazz standard, anything, come back anytime.
yeah, I don't mind at all. Shoot,
You know,
anytime.
it isn't. I know you had your first single reach the number 5 Billboard dance charts.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah,
mean, how did that make you feel?
like it was possible. I mean, and it wasn't, and don't take this the wrong way. It wasn't in the genre that I wanted because the song really was an R&B song. It was called Sweat. Once again, back in the day. This is back in the gap.
Mhm.
But it was called Sweat, and the original version was straight young Sierra ish R&B. That's what I'm trying to say. Sierra, like the artist Sierra. But someone found it online, like this was back in MySpace days, and said, I wanted to, can I make a dance version of it? And I said,
Okay.
okay. And it hit the Billboard charts, but the dance version. So I was like, okay, but I only worked that one. Well, not worked, but that was the only song that I had done at the time. And then again, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, I
Mhm.
still was background singing for different artists. So again, Erin
Mhm.
puts herself on the back burner. And
I agree.
here I am at 40 years old now, like, oh, we ain't gonna forget about you, Erin. We're going out swinging. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I didn't think you were 40. I was going to give you 27, 28.
Thank you. No, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be 41 in June.
Ooh, the skin is glowing. I always tell when anybody when I see your videos, and I mean whoever does your marketing, your photographer, the red hair, that lets me know that sister can sing. Anybody could, you don't see women with strong like okay, Shaka Khan, Aaron
Yep.
Stevenson,
Yep.
you know,
You can't just get
you
up
know.
there. Yeah, no, I take that. My team is small but mighty, and I love them to pieces. And we work very well together through it all, through the struggle, through the highs, through the climb. I call it the climb.
Right.
And just putting our creative brains together. Um, I like to tell people I may be the think tank and the visionary, but I do have people who help me do a lot of this marketing stuff. Like we got t-shirts being designed and I said, okay, I need to say never too much, hashtag love. I mean, never too much, dot, 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 love, hashtag Aaron Stevenson. Okay, Heather and Jay, can y'all make that for me? You're like, so that's my team is, I love them so much.
Oh yeah,
Anybody that tells you that they do this mess by themselves, they lying.
oh,
Or they're extremely egotistical, and you may not want to deal with them no more. Just being honest.
hey, I understand because being here on this platform is like myself, Dwight. I have Nicole. I got people don't realize this thing. Oh, all you do is sit there behind. It's like it takes a team
Yeah,
and the right people.
and the right people. I mean, you got to do what you got to do by any means. I'm all for that. Don't be sitting around waiting for people to come to you. Do what you
Right,
got to do in the meantime.
right,
Like we used to joke, the county sheriff, the DEA, the prosecutor, And thank God I don't have to say that anymore. So, do what you got to do. For anybody that's watching right now, do what you got to do. Do it with
Mhm.
integrity, and I promise you, the right people will come along and lift some
Mhm.
of that burden. Because what they say, not the same, but more money, more problems. That's not what I'm saying. The higher up you go, the better things
Right.
got to get. The better quality, the better this, and you're not gonna know it all. So you got to get people who do.
Who do? That's
Yeah,
right.
make the vision come to life. So yeah.
Hey, Aaron, I want to show a little. We're gonna do a flashback on something
Oh,
real
I'm
quick.
scared. Now I'm scared.
Aaron,
Okay, go.
let's see. Let's go.
Come on, word.
Even my hips shaking left to been turning up the tone, so I'm a little down and I feel a
Okay.
little stiff. You've been trying real hard for my attention, and I'ma be the one to
There
give
she
you.
go.
To be careful what you wish for, boy, cause I don't have no inhibitions. Hey.
Hey,
Hey, I don't care about your girlfriend, and I don't care who's watching. You're mine tonight, so handle it right. I wanna see you sweat, make it happen. That's the song that went to on the dance that somebody took.
right. You know when I was looking at the video, I said, "Why is she giving me?" Remember, Patra?
I used to, boy, what, you want to hear a funny story? You want to hear a funny
Yes.
story, Jazzy? So I was a little girl, and
Mhm.
Patrick was on Apollo. Me and my mama, my dad and my family, all in the living room. She come on Apollo, and we all know Patra. I got in the middle of the floor, and I start whining. Mind you, I'm young. I'm winding, and I say, "Mama, I want to dance with Patra when I get older." She says, "Sit your ass down somewhere. You ain't good. Sit your little fat ass down somewhere." I'm a Southern girl. I couldn't. My nails couldn't be red. So my
Right.
mom was afraid that I was going to grow up to be like a fast girl or something like that. I just liked to dance, but I used to love Patra.
Yeah. When I instantly saw the video, I said, "Aaron is giving me that Patra vibe." You
Yeah,
know?
I love women who ooze or exude sex appeal, but
Right.
without doing the most. And even though Patra was one of those kind of people who was,
Right.
I don't think it's weird because she did all these sexual moves and things like that, but I never looked at her as like, I don't know, I don't want to use the wrong word. I never
Right.
looked
I
at her
understand
as
what you're saying. Hmm.
like, oh, just too much. No, and there's a couple of artists I can name like that. I love Janet like that. Like she has that sex appeal without trying type
Oh yeah.
deal. It's a couple of them that we can name. Well, I can name who I look up to who are like that, who just ooze it without even trying, just existing, just standing there.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like a certain presence.
yeah.
Even when I tell you, when I first, I'm always, looking at artists and finding because there's so much talent out here, Aaron.
Oh,
And I tell them I don't forget, you know how many artists there are out here that, we have the mainstream, but what about
hmm
even some mainstream singers? See, when I look at artists on the stage, I
uh-huh.
was talking to my friend Tony Scruggs. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tony
I
Scruggs.
am familiar with Tony. She's
Yeah,
amazing.
she's amazing. I had her on the show one day. Well, see, I look on stage for the people behind the artists because people always forget them. You
hmm
know, it's the artist, you got the singers, you got the bass player, the drummer. And I'm like, when you hear the main artist, I said, but wait a minute. Did you hear them sisters or that sister and brother that's backing them?
Back there carrying it.
That's back
Most
there.
people don't understand background singing is a totally different art form. You have some lead or major singers, or I'm just going to say front people, front singers, who can't do their own backgrounds because it's a different art form. And then
Right,
you have people who have great voices. I mean, I'm not talking about stars. I'm talking about regular people who
right.
don't know how to do backgrounds. People think just because you can sing that you can be a background singer. That's absolutely not true. So when you find them people like the Tonys of the world who are powerhouse, that girl's a powerhouse in her own right. You know,
Right.
Shaka can't have no, because I know she's a Shaka Khan singer. You can't be standing behind Shaka and not be able to hold your own or sing her backgrounds. You can't. It's just not going to be able to happen. You
That's
know.
right.
But yeah, she's one of that girl. Yeah, she can stand there flat footed and wear you out.
That's right. And, hey, even Aaron Stevenson, you do all that and some more.
Yeah, man, it's been a blessed life. I'm in here in this studio now, recording some stuff for some, interviews and stuff that I got going on. Again, doing the backgrounds and the lead vocals and recording myself. Like I
Right.
engineer my own sessions right up in here. So once
Oh, well.
again, it can happen until,
Well, yeah. So, hey, everybody, I'm Jazzy K. Ward. My special guest tonight is R&B soul singer Aaron
Yeah.
Stevenson. We're going to have a little bit more conversation with her. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back on Feature Friday.
Hey guys, this is Jazzy K. Ward. You need to get your KWARD radio mask. And if you don't have one, shame on you. Well, you can still get them. They're only $15, $5 for shipping. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you soon.
Jazzy K.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Feature Friday. My special guest tonight is R&B soul singer, Miss Aaron Stevenson. And for all of those who are joining, thank you all so much. But Aaron,
Yes,
let me talk about this song.
I'm ready.
Never, 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 never too much.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. When you did that song, and you think about somebody, when you do a Luther song, hey, just what
Okay.
made you do never too much?
First of all, I love Luther Vandross. Like he's on my top 3, okay? Hands down. Um Number 1, that. 2, if I was going to come out, I had to kind of, pardon me, grow some balls. And what Aaron, what you're going to do? If you're going to do it, you got to go hard or go home. Find something the one that resonates with you, but that people wouldn't necessarily expect you to do. No one, and including myself, should never touch, never too much, should never attempt to do a Luther Vandross. He was the master at remaking other people's songs. There are
Right.
so many Luther Vandross songs that people have no idea were cover songs because he was a master at making them sound like his own songs. So that's why I went with it. When I would do my live shows, my band, because my bandmates, they're playing on the record. That's one thing I'm really sticking to is keeping live music alive.
Okay.
Because it's important to me. I mean, you feel that. You feel that. Even on the record, you feel that when they're, anywho. So I used to do that song live. And at one particular show, I was at Spaghettini. It was a Spaghettini out here. And everybody just kept dancing. So I kept playing. And I'm telling the band, don't stop. I'm like, go, go, go. And my keyboard player starts playing these bum, dum, ba-dum-dum-dum. Like he starts playing those chords. Dum, 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 which is not an original Luther. Dum, da, dum, dum, dum. And I'm like, I can't get enough of your love. Hey, dum, 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 dum. It's never too much, never too much. Yeah. Like we just kept jamming and it just kept growing and growing and growing. And so I said, if it felt that good live, it had to feel that good on record. So
Right.
that's and I'm all about love and
Mhm.
good vibes and just putting good energy out there. So if that energy surfaced in that room, if I could put it on everyone's airwaves through their speakers, man, just trying to do my part to keep
Yeah, yeah,
loving the world and good music and good
right.
energy, you know. So
Awesome.
that's
And
really what
hey,
it's about.
Gregory. Okay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gregory Goodlow, national recording artist, Mr. Gregory Goodlow is on the line. How are you, my friend? We have Aaron Stevenson and Aaron. Let's go ahead. We're going to check out the video.
All
We're going to
right.
have Aaron video, Never Too Much, right here on Feature Friday. We'll be right back.
Oh, babe, I can't get enough love. It's all about love. I can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days I was scared to touch you. How I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Oh my love, oh, 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love, a million days in your arms is never too much. No, and I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. I can't get enough love. Oh, baby, I can't get enough. Can't get enough. It feels so good. I woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, gotta get to work. My boss is so demanding. Opened the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. Who wants to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, 'cause you make my heart scream and holler. So good as a camel, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning. Give it here, don't hold back, just give it here. Oh, my love, 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love, a million days in your arms is never, and I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. I can't get enough love. I can't get the time has come for us to stop messing around. I can't get enough. There ain't no such thing as too loving, baby. I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. No, it's never too much. I can't get enough. Oh no, you can live in, baby. I can't get enough of your loving. Oh, can't you see? I can't get enough. Baby, I love you. I can't. Oh, so give me all your loving, give me all your touching, and give me all
More love.
Woo! You know what?
Those the
I'm
actual
just going.
musicians on the song too.
I know. You see me? I'm just throwing everything. I got pillows and napkins and everything. I think you better sing this damn song. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? How I know you are a real singer. Even in the video, your energy is staggering. Your energy, what you give the song, even though it's a remake, it's Luther's song, but ERIN, you made it your own.
Thank you. That's the only way I could do it because once again, no one's ever going to be Luther Vandross, and you're making a huge mistake if you attempt to be. This is like trying to be Whitney Houston when you don't do it, or Michael Jackson, or Prince. There's so many names that could go down this list, even from jazz greats. Like just don't do it. Once again, find you. And I was scared at first when I first recorded it, and I have to thank my mama for this
Hey,
because
mama.
my mama is my biggest fan and one of my toughest critics. And she will tell me the truth happily. So she was like, honey, that sounds good, but I don't hear ERIN until the end. You need to go back in there and record that song. I said, well, okay. And I did. And I'm so happy she told me that. Yeah. Because the end is more so, of course, my spin. So, of course, it's going to sound well with me. But she was like, don't go, just go back in and do what ERIN would do. I said, well, here we go. And that's what you hear. So thank you for that.
I absolutely love it because even watching the video, and I'm like, them band members, y'all better keep up with ERIN because like y'all better keep up with ERIN.
The only rules were have fun. Now the horn players, they're called the Regiment Horns. We toured with Justin Timberlake together, so they're used to the stage. But they're great friends of mine, and of course Chris, Phil, and Kata, and another guy. Chris, Phil, and Kata, who are on drums, keys, and guitar. We play together all the time. And then there's another guitar player. There's two guitars on this one, Mauricio Guerrero. I have to say that right. He's playing on it too. But the only rules were have fun. Like, because I need, once again, I'm all about that energy transmitting. So, yeah, don't try to stand here and bore me.
Everybody, go download the song, stream it, ERINStevensonmusic.com. Everybody on this live. You see the website right there, ERINStevenson.com.
Yeah.
ERIN, I want to ask you to do something. Since I love that song so much, never too much. Can you sing just a little bit of it? Just a little bit.
Yes. Okay, on the spot. Cool. I can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. And I still remember in the days I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. But you must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. And that's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Watch that note. Oh, my love. Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
1,000 kisses from you is never too much. Never too much. Boom, boom. And I just don't want to stop. Oh, my love. A million days in your arms. It's never too much.
You know what? Shut the front door, shut the back door, open all the windows. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that voice? I heard, I think one of Calissa said, did you hear her throat?
Throats. My soldiers on here. Shout out to my soldiers, y'all. I was trying to share it on the soldiers page for whatever reason. Facebook won't let me be great, but I'm going to share it to all of my pages, even once this interview is over. So, yeah.
I mean, I want to ask you something. A lot of times, being in a male-dominant industry, you as a Black African American woman.
Come
What, people see you lights, camera, action. Any
on.
challenges that you have faced or still facing in this industry?
Oh my God, where do I start? I've been told a whole bunch of no's, my dear, from my skin tone, for me being
Mhm,
too dark skinned,
mhm,
uh, for me not being pretty enough because I should be lighter and skinnier. And I got too skinny. Then they say now you need to be thick. Can you put on some weight or buy a fake butt? I mean,
mhm,
then there's times where when I was younger that because they pretty much know me now. We ain't falling for it. But
right.
I got to slept with a couple of people. We could have been headline news today. But I like to tell people, and when I'm talking to students at colleges and high schools, wherever I'm talking, I've even spoken at elementary schools, is that
Mhm,
you have to wake up in the morning. Every night you have to go to sleep and you have to wake up every morning. And every morning you have to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror, brush your teeth and say, oh, this is me. And be okay with the decisions that you made from yesterday. That way you're not turning into the alcoholic to cope with, the price that you paid. Or that way you're not turning to drugs or sleeping with everybody just to cope with previous decisions that you made. It's not worth it. And there's always a different way and there's always another chance, even if you have to make it. But don't compromise yourself. I've been a professional singer in this game now for about 20 years, and
right.
I couldn't be more grateful. And even though I'm not a massive star, and this is me being 100, even though I'm not a massive star, I've had an amazing career. And I
Mhm,
still say somehow I still feel like I'm just getting started because I'm, doing my own again and full throttle. However, I go to sleep at night, I wake up, and I'm happy. I'm happy, not feeling like I've done something to compromise my soul in any way, shape, form, or fashion to demean my mom and my daddy. No.
that's
But
right.
yeah, it's been a lot. And even that confidence thing, because this game, this music, industry, it'll break you if you don't know who you are or whose you are or what your end goal is, it'll break you. And especially with me coming from the South here and stuff, like as an adult still,
Mhm,
you're too dark skinned, like really, whatever.
right. Right.
So it took me a while. It took me a good while to fall in love with everything ERIN. And I mean, I wrote a song about it called Juicy because it took me a minute to fall in love with myself. And that's everything I write is real. Um,
Okay.
like, so for that one, excuse me, I was too old, then I was too young, too fat, too
Right.
small. They told me I was too happy, then be more sexy. Now there's just too much. Like, you know what? I'm over everyone else and all of their doggone opinions of me. The only one that really matters is mine. Figure it out, Aaron. What are you going to do? Who are you going to be?
Right.
And then carry on from there. And since I
Right.
made that decision, which was a
Mhm,
while ago now, but it was a work in progress. Since I made that decision, like it's not too much that anyone could tell me
right.
about me, even if something they don't like. I'm like, good, thanks for letting me know. I
Right.
appreciate that. I know how to deal with you. All right, what's next? Like, So yeah, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's always gonna be something. Even if I reached perfection, it's
Right.
always gonna be something. If I went and bleached my skin right now, it's still
Right.
gonna be something. If I had a six pack and a massive butt, it still would
Mhm.
be something. So
It's still, yeah. And
yeah, so I tell people,
Karen, and I'm glad you mentioned that because you have some young lady that maybe watch a young man that sees like,
yeah,
oh wow, I love her. She's such inspiration, and I want to do what she does. And now today with bullying and self images, young girls growing up, they see you and they think that I have to look like this or I have to look this certain way. And I
mhm,
think it comes from sometimes having a good foundation, a good mom,
mhm,
dad, or whether you was a single parent. And I
mhm,
think you have to, like you say, stay grounded, stay
something.
focused, knowing who you are.
Mhm.
And sometimes, that's challenges.
Yeah.
And
You know, to even say that you mentioned something a second ago, even for men, same thing. It's a different set of pressures, but they go through the same thing. They
right,
ain't sexy enough, they ain't LL Cool J enough. You name it. Pick
right,
one. Um, an artist, for example, like D'Angelo, as amazingly talented as he is, look at what
right,
happened to him. You
Uh-huh.
know, he comes from church, you know, an amazing instrumentalist and songwriter and singer. Comes out, kills it right out the gate. Then
Right.
he sexies it up, you
Right.
know? How
Mm.
does it feel? How does it feel? And
Right.
then here comes even more pressure. He's perfect.
Right.
Here comes even more pressure. He's a guy. Now we
Right.
need you to stay here. Like that,
Mhm.
that's it's just always gonna be something. And it hasn't been the same since, so
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
And I have a lot of singers, I won't call them a major singer that I know that pretty much told me I felt like I pretty much sold my soul to the devil to even get myself heard. And you hear so many artists that say you know, don't come into this business.
Yeah,
Don't.
and that's what I was talking about earlier. You gotta go to sleep and wake up the next day. And most people who are jaded is because they know what they've possibly done. Or either they've given up and they're just tired of the fight. That's why they say this industry is not for the faint at heart by any means at all. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I literally have to talk and pray every single day. And I've learned that I have to do that every single day. Every day. It doesn't get
Right.
any easier. You just learn what you need to do. And
That's
that's
true.
what, and that's been so 100. I literally
Right.
get up every day.
Mhm.
If I don't get up, I lay in the bed and I just say, or at least put my brain on at least
Mhm.
three things that I'm grateful for, just to already put myself in that headspace. Um, and then that begets a whole bunch of other happy thoughts and then carry on. And once again, like I said, it ain't perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, but you find your rhythm after a while. But if it's, and that's why I also tell people too, um, passion and purpose have to be what drive you because you're going to want to quit every day.
Okay.
Every day. It's always going to be a different obstacle. And once again, and even once you get to higher heights, it's going to be something else to achieve or something else you have to do or something else you have to overcome. And that's fine. You don't ever want to just get complacent. I want to take over the world. Okay. I do.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, you just got to find your center and your happy place and know what you need to do to maintain your sanity because it's
Right.
always going to be something.
Right. And that's what I tell a lot of, a lot of times, Aaron, I'm sure when we look at TV,
Mhm.
you see the fiancés and you see lights, camera, and people think that when you get to that level, oh, I want to be at that level, which is fine.
Right.
But you are a star in your
Yeah.
own life. Everybody is not designed and made to be mainstream. And that doesn't mean you haven't
Everybody
been.
will want it. Okay, that's why some of them that get there, and this isn't me from knowing because I've been in the industry for so long. Some of them that get to that level realize now they're stuck there and they have to maintain it, but or either they just fall off and totally disappear, and that's on
Right.
purpose. Yeah, that's why I explain to people too. That's why you hear about one hit wonders.
Right.
That's why you hear about people who disappear, but they're still making money because they've chosen to just be a songwriter or a producer or an engineer. They've decided to go behind the scenes because they don't want all that pressure. Fame is not for everybody. And
No.
and whatever level you reach, you determine your success. I told somebody once, for me, I may not have the mainstream success that I'm setting out to have yet, working on it. It's happening. Amen. All right. But for me,
Hallelujah.
goal was when I moved out here to LA. A goal of
Mhm.
mine, I went to go see a friend play at Spaghettini, right? And
Mhm.
I said, I want to play here one day because it's a noble place out here. It's a reputable place, and they don't just let anybody in there on their stage. It's a legendary place. Like there are legendary people who play that restaurant slash live music venue. And I
Right.
was like, I'm going to play here one day.
Mhm.
And I did. And for me, and I've continued to for maybe the past 3 years now. And for me, that's success. And I'm okay with that because it's a personal goal. I may not have my Grammy, but I'm cool. I'm happy. We're working on it. Okay. But
Yeah.
you have to determine your own level of success and don't let greed or fame be at the forefront because it's a lot that
Right.
comes with that.
That's right.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. And then once you get there, maybe you'll determine if it's for you or not, if you can handle it. But I wish the best for everybody. But I
Right.
also wish you have the desires of your heart. You got to define that first, though, or it'll
That's right.
define you.
That's right. That's true.
Mhm.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, R&B soul singer Miss Erin Stevenson. And Erin, I want to show also another little snippet
You
of
know
one
what,
of your
Jackie? I'm
songs.
nervous. You need Steve. Okay.
Let's check out Erin Stevenson.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We can do this. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It'll
What is
always be my favorite songs.
your favorite song?
Yeah.
Look, you doing that.
Here we go.
Gotta make him dance. Let's do it. What?
Hey.
Uh-huh. Let's get it.
I work hard and give my all, I'm exhausted. Don't leave my home unless I'm Facebook flawless. Too short, too tall, too tough. I think about adding up. And I forgot that my life was mine. And I forgot being me was just fine. So tonight, I'm reclaiming my time. Feeling everything inside. Oh, tonight I'm setting everything on fire. Tonight I'm the object of my desire. Tonight I let go and come undone. And I give none. You can call me juicy, juicy,
Hey,
dripping chocolate loving, luscious. Baby, don't touch my juicy, no juicy. Losing, sweet sugar, coated goodness. Every bit of mine, living every time.
Juicy.
hey, it's
Hey.
all about the juice.
Yes. That is always going to be one of my favorite songs.
I'm gonna have to add that in my iPod for my little workout song in the
That's
morning.
right. It'll make you feel yourself. When you hear them words, you're going to be like, juicy. Mm,
Juice,
mm,
juice,
yeah.
juice.
Oh,
Give me.
yep.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
Ooh,
It's one of them kind of songs. It seeps into your psyche, and that's what I wanted to do. It's a
that's right. It's sassy, sultry,
honest lyrics, though. Honest
honestly.
lyrics. Listen to the lyrics.
Just listen
Yep.
to the lyrics. You're welcome, Mario. So, real quick, Aaron, tell us about you're nominated for is it an award coming up, right?
Yeah. So I gotta post more about this. Yeah, it's for Independent Soul Artist Award, and I'm because I'm pretty new to that world. Like the first single I've put out for is "Never Too Much," and
Right.
so I was nominated for the People's Choice. So I've got to do more posting to tell people to go and vote for it because it's the People's Choice, and they have to vote for me. So I
Okay.
think right now I'm tied with Sparkle. Remember Sparkle? Remember Sparkle, the singer
Oh,
Sparkle?
I love
Yeah,
Spark.
he has a new single, about two singles that came out in the fall, if I'm not mistaken, one or two. So I'm tied with her right now. So I gotta go ahead on and give my
Oh, well,
soul
we got to,
on it. Yeah, I gotta
Aaron,
post
you
it.
don't have we got to make sure Aaron wins. Please send it to me so I can share it on all my platforms
I
so I can
promise.
get all my followers to vote for Aaron Stevens.
I promise. Don't worry. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send it.
Make sure you send it to me. And I
I,
know it's hard. So, Aaron, any other new music that's coming up you haven't
yes.
in hiding for us so you can share with us?
Yes. So
Okay.
as I told you, that this direction that I intend on going in for the rest of my life. Smooth soul. So this first, I have an EP that's going to be coming out got by March, should I say? But the next single is already ready. Never Too Much is doing so well that we're just waiting for it to trickle just a little bit more before we put out the next one. But the next song, now I can start talking about it, is the EP is going to be called Cover Girl, and it's an EP of maybe about five of my favorite cover songs from some of my favorite artists, and they're all about love, but they're all as is Never Too Much done how Aaron Stevenson would do them. So the next song is called Gotta Be, you gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser.
Oh, yeah.
I did it how Aaron would do it. And I have Althea Renee and Maria Antoinette on it with me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. And it's pretty. That's all I'm gonna say. A flute and a harp.
Oh,
It's pretty. It's really
I,
pretty and they're lovely. We shot the video already. Gorgeous. They look stunning. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for this one to come out, but I gotta let never too much do what it does first. But so
okay.
that'll be maybe sometime next month, I'm guessing. Next month, you'll
Okay.
definitely be hearing about it with me and Maria and Althea.
Okay. So, Bridget, for anybody watching this again, how can we continuously support Aaron Stevenson in your music? How can we continue to support
I tell people, it's priceless. I mean, it costs nothing to share these days with independent artists like me. It's all
you?
about getting the word out. So if you see a video or a song or a post, share it, comment, hit the like button, and then share and subscribe because numbers are everything. My website is erinstevensonmusic.com, and you can find everything on me there. My social media, videos, my bio,
Okay.
photos.
Yeah.
When the world opens back up, shows, all that kind of stuff. Because I should be. We'll see how this happens, world. But like last year, I was booked for so many festivals. I'm sorry, not last year, year before last, because I forget 2020. It happened.
Right.
So I was booked for a whole bunch of festivals and such, but I'm still committed to them for this year if they still happen. So whatever happens next, once again, I'm riding the wave and I'm going to give it all I got. That's all I got to say. So follow your girl, support your girl, subscribe to all that stuff, YouTube, and that's the
Yeah.
best way. That's really
Right.
it. But sharing means more than you'll ever know. It's all about for independent artists helping us to get the word out to people who don't know we exist because we don't have the major label or the mainstream machine and the mainstream money. So, yeah.
I understand.
Even
Yeah.
interviews like this means more than you could ever know, Jazzy. So thank you. I don't think I've said thank you yet. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. But I can tell you this, Aaron. Anytime come back on the show, I'd love you to come back on my show, Artist Talk. And I would love for you to perform your new song. And make sure you send it to me.
Okay. You know what? That's a promise. That's a promise. What's today? Friday. My days be getting all mixed up. Tomorrow is Saturday, and as soon as I take the final listen and the final video edit, I'll shoot it to you. First,
Please
first, first dibs.
shoot it to me. And next time I know when you come back on the show.
Jazzy. Huh?
That's right. So next time when you come back on the show, you know what I'm gonna say? Ladies
What?
and gentlemen, Grammy nominated Aaron Stevenson.
And I'm gonna
All right.
say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna turn into a whole different person on you. Oh, no pictures, no pictures. Turn the cameras on, but no,
That's
no.
right.
I'm teasing, please. Absolutely, man. As soon as I blow up, I'm coming right back. You know it. And performing even before then. It's whatever. You got me.
Well, thank you. Aaron, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me, Jazzy. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, if you don't know Aaron Stevenson, shame on you. But tonight, shame on you if you don't know Aaron Stevenson, but you got this up close and personal conversation. And I wish we had more time, Aaron. Come back anytime. But before I let you go, what's the best advice that you've been given?
Oh man. The best advice that I've been given. I've been given so much. But I'm gonna share this one. And there's a couple that I still apply, but this
Okay,
one is so universal. And I'm gonna say this one came from Justin Timberlake.
okay,
He would always tell us one song at a time.
okay,
And the reason why I say that is, and it's one song will be one day at a time. Um, you don't have to do the most. You don't have to try so hard. All you have to do is do your best. And don't overwhelm yourself with a lot of superficial things. Don't overwhelm yourself with this social media stuff about these levels of what looks like you should be at, or these, I need this house, or I need this amount of money. Right? One day at a time.
right,
And it's take it slow. And it's okay to take it slow. I think that's what 2020, if anything in 2020 has taught us, slowed us all down a little bit, right? So
right.
slow down, breathe, Be okay with you. Still give it all you got. Go to sleep at night. Take a nap. That's okay. And don't be afraid to make things about you.
Oh,
Because if you
good.
don't take care of you, you can't take care of nobody else. It's okay to be a little selfish every now and again. If you're anything like me, always giving, giving, and doing, doing, doing. Don't forget about you. So yeah,
Thank you.
that's what I'll say. I kind of kept going because I could talk by now. But the advice is one day at a time. Even your problems, your worries, the decisions that you got to make. Hmm, one day at a time. That's all you're giving is a day anyway. So one day at a time, one song at a time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church are open, and Aaron Stevenson has spoken. Again, thank you so much. You are a beacon of light, my sister.
Thank
I can
you.
tell you what, Jazzy, I always got you. Whatever I can do to support your music and support your craft, you have me 100%.
Thank you, Jazzy. I'll be seeing you soon. That's all I got to say. And thank you tremendously from my heart for doing this. Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
so much. We'll catch you next time, okay, Aaron?
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful night. Mwah.
You too. Bye bye. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what a great show, right? Don't forget, check out AaronStevensonsmusic.com. That's her website. That never too much. Please go get the CD, go to Spotify, iTunes, wherever music is sold. All you have to do is Google Aaron Stevenson, but go to the website and support uh, this young lady and her artistry. And you have to support indie artists, but we need support, period. I'm Jazz K. Ward. Thank you all so much for your support. I thank Dwight, I thank Nicole, I thank Mike Murray. So many people have supported me, and I can't do without you. Even if you just sharing the video, if you pop on for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, again, I appreciate all of that. Please go over to K Ward Radio on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, also kwardradio.com, subscribe to the website. Any artists out there that would like to come on the platform, my information is listed there. Send me music, my email address. You can mail me music. Also, any support that you want to donate to the show, you see my Cash App information there or my PayPal link. Again, thank you all so much for Feature Friday. I'll catch you next time on the show. Remember, make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. Good night.
Oh, my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause baby, I believe in this love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name, baby, I feel no shame. I'm in love, sweet love. Don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way. There's no in your name, baby.
Hey guys, this is Jazzy K. Ward, and I'm so excited to tell you about this new show called Feature Fridays. It's about musicians, writers, actors, anybody that has that it factor, showcasing
their new music, new projects, and you're going to have it right here with Jazzy K. Ward. I hope to see you there.